What's happening, NFL fans, Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans? It's your boy, Big Game James, and this is Game's Pewter Perspective. Before we get started, please make sure that you hit that like button, that subscribe, and that notification bell so you know every time that Big Game Entertainment is dropping brand new content. Now, earlier, I talked about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers needing to go out and get a veteran quarterback since Tom Brady decided to retire. But now with all the mock drafts going on, some people are saying that the Buccaneers are going to go another route, that they probably want to go young. So this year's quarterback class is an interesting one, but not to get into all those names because I believe that C.J. Stroud will be gone. Bryce Young will be gone. The Buccaneers own the 19th pick, and a lot of people are saying that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers need to move up in this year's draft and get Anthony Richardson, the big arm quarterback out of the University of Florida. Now, Richardson, when you look at the stature, you have to be amazed and impressed by it. 6'2", 232 pounds, and he has a cannon for an arm. Has some good plays this year, some okay numbers, but still leaves a little bit to be desired. 2,549 passing yards, 17 touchdowns, 71.2 QBR, but 9 interceptions. The 9 interceptions, they scare me a little bit, can't lie. Right now, currently, the Buccaneers own the 19th pick. And like I said, if they're going to get Richardson, from what scouts are saying about him, they're going to have to move up. You know, people are saying that he's a total freak with a super high ceiling, that he won't get past the 10th pick, that he's definitely a top 10 pick in this year's NFL draft, and that you can't fault any team for drafting him. But when you come out with a quarterback of Richardson's stature and nature, there's always some risk and some rewards. So some of the cons about Anthony Richardson is he has happy feet and bad footwork, that he's quick in the pocket to pull the ball and want to get out of there, and he doesn't always have the proper foot mechanics. He's inaccurate. I said his accuracy can be off at times, and he's going to have a lot to learn scheme-wise because of the offense that he ran at Florida. The pros, they said he has a cannon for an arm, said he puts great touch on the ball, and said he could be the best athlete in this year's draft. That's saying a lot to say that the quarterback is the best athlete overall in the draft. And another great pro, they said he can extend plays because of the way he runs with the ball. Now, some people are saying that Richardson is the kind of talent that he's either going to be boom or bust. You're going to get someone that you really like, or you're going to get someone that doesn't pan out at all. Mel Kiper Jr., guys, you take this for what it's worth. It's just me telling you what they said on, Mel Kiper's mock draft report. He believes that Richardson will go number 9 to the Carolina Panthers. Mel Kiper says Richardson is a top 10 pick, but he's not ready to start. You can bring him in, give him a year to learn, teach him your playbook, get him caught up, sped up, but he has the talent to maximize all the potential. So Buccaneer fans, this means that if we're going to move up, what are we going to give them? Todd Bowles said it, best when he said, "There's not a restart, it's a rebuild. That we want to get better and make our team better, but we're not totally doing things over." Now, the Buccaneers are going to probably lose some key members in their secondary and need to make a pick. So earlier this year, I did a story about PFF's mock draft, and they had a DB going, Keely Ringo from Georgia, being our first pick at 19. But Buccaneer fans, I'm going to show you some highlights right here. Check out Anthony Richardson.
His first offensive player, Richardson, fake the boot. He'll load it up and cut it loose with that big arm, Justin Short.
Big cannon, big arm, can move around. Is this what we need to do? Is this the guy that we need to draft? Do we need to move up? And what do we give up to move up in this year's draft to make sure that we can get an Anthony Richardson? Me personally, I like Anthony Richardson's talent. He reminded me, and don't laugh, think of the Cam Newton that was productive in MVP Cam Newton in the NFL. Richardson has that type of talent. He can play football. He has a great arm. He can run. He's very athletic. He makes you excited with his good plays. But with his bad plays, it makes you hesitant. Me personally, I believe that we should get our quarterback a veteran in free agency. Derek Carr is probably not going to come to Tampa. He's been released by the Raiders. They said he's close to reuniting with Dennis Allen, who was with the Raiders when he was drafted, that he's probably going to end up in New Orleans or end up with the New York Jets. I believe that we go veteran unless we can get Richardson later. If the hype is the hype and he's not going to be there in the top 10, I don't believe we sacrifice draft picks to move up, being that we still have a lot of positions that we need to fill. Hey, I don't know. That's just my opinion. Anthony Richardson is a big armed quarterback with a lot of talent, but is this the move the Buccaneers need to make? Hey, you know how it is. Please make sure that you drop those comments down below in that comment box. Let me know what you think. Is this what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers need to do? Move up in the draft Anthony Richardson? Or do they go and get a veteran quarterback and get Richardson later if he falls out of that top 10? It's your boy, former Buccaneers defensive tackle James Canada, and this is Games Pewter Perspective.